When you're putting in 12-hour days and you're outside all day and it's 44 degrees and you get home, you don't have much energy left for your kids. And what that comes down to for me is having the patience and the energy for your kids is something that you really is really tough in the construction industry. And a lot of people talk about the hours and they talk about, the mental stress as well, because that is a huge factor. But the physical stress and the physical demand and not having the energy for your kids at the end of the day is a huge role as well too, especially when you got toddlers just learning how to walk. You got toddlers that are running around like crazy. Their mom loaded them up on ice cream, and then you get home and it's like, wow. Like I went home last night and it was just like screams from the top of their lungs because they were happy to see me. There's just like so much energy and I just was not there. So it's tough. And how I combat that is just now being not super physically demanded every day, but like I make sure that I have enough energy for my kids, both mentally, because mentally being there for your kids on the stressful days is really hard. I find that especially hard to like disconnect from my cell phone, putting it down and being in the moment, being present for my kids is something that I struggle with mentally a lot, just because your mind is always so many other places, right? Especially when you compile different businesses, different issues, and everybody's got their own thing, right? It could be, financial, you could be arguing with your wife, you could be arguing with your boss, your coworkers, your employees, whatever. Your vehicle just broke down, you just put a bunch of money in. Like there's so many different things that can add on to the mentally, but it's really important to make sure that you're there for your kids mentally. And I struggle with that. And I'm not saying, trust me, don't think that this podcast is me being like, here is the blueprint of how to be the perfect parent, because that is me. Definitely not. I am disconnected from my kids probably, 50% of the time. On the weekends, I really push to be there. We go to the farmer's market, leave my phone in the wagon as we're pulling them through. Little things like that help me. Like that's a good tip for me. It's like, for me, it's my phone. I can be disconnected if I don't have my phone. Mind you, I zone out whenever I'm driving down the road. My wife will be like, you're thinking about work right now. I'm like, yeah, I am. But I can't turn that off. And I look at that though, and I always say like, well, that's what puts us, the step above, right? Is because I'm putting in that extra work. I'm putting in that extra time, which will allow us to grow and get larger, which in return, the whole thing is for your kids.